Alright, it's been a few weeks. Fantasy time 10 plus 6. Hey, Captain. I've not played this in forever. Visual content is now available for redemption. These items can be claimed from the system tab in the main menu. Oh, right. This happened while I was not playing this game for a little while. A ready stone. Well, that's fine. I think I missed my chance to pick that up. What the hell was I doing? Okay, turn Torgal on. Hand of Dion, right. Okay, let's go do this like random fight, just so I can remember how things are. Like when... That's lunge. I hold those for these. Right, you change with this. Alright, I remember how to play. I don't have any of my meager skills at it, but I remember how. That's not gonna happen anyways. I thought I was on this still. Right, I have... Okay, you're on this one, you're on this. Just heat wave, just this. Okay. I think I still like to be on here, though. This is my go-around one. I did not need to take that damage either. Alright. There is no point to coming up here. Yeah, it's always fun. Oh, right, we have our brother with us, too. Josh was hanging out with the family. We had that really cute Torgal scene where Torgal was just super excited because all his humans are here. A hell do you. Oh wait, no, it's this one. Right. No, and I don't want to be on this. Eh, it did good damage. It won't kill it, though. Will it? No, it did. Okay. 2 Dragon Talons. Alright, I think all that I have regained a modicum of... I hesitate to use the word skill at this game. Muscle memory probably works. This is Ambrosia, right? Yes, it is. Get over here. Who's a good bird, Ambrosia? Yes, you are. Oh, it was just directing me to here. Alright.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
The crochet echoes. There's a different way of going, though. What's the purpose of going this way? Ah, it's where a curl is. Dismount with this. Okay, so I think what I really should do instead... Ah. Oh, it didn't work at all. Oh no. Okay, now we do this. Also, I'm gonna need to activate this for the... Okay, let's do this real quick. Well, let's at least knock him down. Alright. Clive, stop. It was already dead, Clive. Wait, why was one of those capitalized? Did that actually make a difference? Where do I go? Items? No, I need to go to Items tab. No, I think it was just... I guess when it has multiple, it makes it lowercase, but if it's a singular, it gives it the full capital. You got 2 curl whiskers, and you got a curl whisker. Alright, that goes like that. 3 pictures of Magic Dash. Oh, we got a pet. Ooh, a new belt. This is in attributes? No, it's here. We have the Drake Slayer's belt. The Regal Slash is just better. Among the citizenry of Dalmekia, there are those who hearken after the heady days of yore, when the realm was as yet divided into its constituent kingdoms, an age of glorious rulers and golden towers, before all was usurped by the bean-counting bureaucrats who now rule over the Republic. Though little but legend may remain of these kingdoms, those who find themselves dispossessed and disempowered in the present, draw strength from their imagined past. So like how the Drake Slayer's belt was this ingredient I forged with my friend Blackthorn, using materials from a hunt I undertook to help out the common people. And then in this random chest, I just found a better belt. Which is an endemic issue in all types of gaming. Video games are not unique in this way. I feel like tabletop games, it can almost sometimes be even the worst. And I'm not sure if it's made better if you work around it. But sometimes that's nice to do instead. Okay, come here, Torgal. That was enough for talking about ludonarrative dissonance moments. Let's pet you, buddy.
You alright, boy?
Ah, who's a good boy? Ah, okay.
Let's
Climb
go.
on Ambrosia. So I have not played this game in 3 weeks. I was just playing it when I was streaming it anyways. But I knew I'd have to take some time off from it because working instead, and my working schedule is just sleep incompatible with when I stream. These guys are gonna fight us. There's no point in putting Ambrosia in harm for that. But I did consider that in the meantime, because we've seen with the Already Stone that the game has, like, you can replay missions on arcade mode. I did the chronolists, but the chronolists have a harder trial version in there that you can play. So I considered in those times that maybe I should, like, you know, just mess around and go and do stuff like that, just to keep the muscle memory for the game alive. And I didn't, because I'm lazy, which is why I've been very... Oh, these guys are... Oh, they don't even have... No, I'm thinking of the bigger version that has, like, the health bar. You know what, let's just make sure the bomb dies. Because I hate them that much. Hey, good job. Thank you, Joe. I should actually go back and watch what they're doing, because this is our first time fighting with Joshua. We've seen Jill a lot, but... Oh, it's one of you. Oh, we'll fight him. Fallen Guardian.
Nice try.
Oh, thank God that has so many incredibly long active frames on it. And this just destroys the meter. And laser. Oh, it might survive it? It might survive it? No, it doesn't. I worry it's a little boring that I figured out basically the combo I would have used to do that, but I guess once you figured out like how your toolkit would usually work in a fight, there's nothing wrong with going back to it, you know? Like, that's just how my abilities are set up.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
How dare you? Found your bread and butter, nothing wrong with good or reliable ways to murder. That's a good way of putting it.
Over here. And another. Muhammad.
Never did get good at. Alright, we learned that. It was like a Phoenix ability that was really good for knocking down people. But that was with Phoenix. Ah, can't believe we're finally getting to travel around with our brother, and the first thing he says is like, oh yeah, my female companion, way better than my stinky old brother. Ah, that's fair. You know what's up, man?
Do. Where are you off to now then? Bound for the free cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert.
Oh no.
And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, The old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next?
I've not...
Is there any money to be made in Ash?
Jesus Christ, man.
Do orcs even carry Gil?
How much do you have? Thank you. So what I was gonna say was, I've not done anything on TV tropes in ages. But I assume there is a trope for what this dude is. And the best example that I can immediately think that comes to mind of the classic of this is probably the Cabbage Cart Man in Avatar. It's not quite the same with him, but I'll go to this. The idea of, like, oftentimes mercantile in nature, an NPC, who constantly intersects with the story, the main story, with the main protagonist party is doing, in ways where, just from what they're doing, it manages to inconvenience them. I don't know why people like this as an ongoing joke. I don't mind it, per se. It's just kind of weird that it keeps coming up sometimes in different things. The guy literally is nameless. Like, he's traveling merchant even though he is touched on multiple story bits in ways that honestly has been more impacted than members of our hideaway who have all gained names. Alright, so there's a side quest over here, so that's a good chance to do this. Well, he's not having a good time.
You're injured.
Very smart of you, Clive.
Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
Eliminate the Akashic threat. Bad blood. Those people need my help. I wish I could.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Oh, he's still alive.
Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
Rest well, soldier.
You had shitty taste in leaders, though. Well, I think he caught his breath by dying.
The Akashic are still there.
Oh, okay. So now I've remembered Ultima has exploded the world's skies, constant storms, making ether floods happen. Okay. Just napping. The beam is all flat. Look at our main encampment. Fortunately, as we learned,
The ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
basically everyone in our party gets to be relatively immune to ether floods. Ambrosia and our chocobos by their natures chocobos, Torgal because he's a good dog, and the rest of us because we're dominant, so we're super special people.
Good. I got here in time.
Oh, I should just do this actually. Alright, let's just blow up people with this. Oh! That was pretty funny, actually. Oh, didn't even have any mini-boss type enemies in it.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
That's surprising. Maybe he's a secret branded? I mean, okay, look, Gabe. I don't feel like anything good's gonna come out of this because you literally call him dying Republican soldier.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
Although this guy sounds less dying than the other one was.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Quest complete. There we go. Oh, that was juicy man experience. And he gave me a meteorite. Nice.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Oh, is he dying because he makes a mistake?
You're Sid. I was there in Kosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel.
Bruh.
Kupka shall be avenged!
It was... Except the soldier challenge, he barely stand 5 feet. Oh. I mean... I feel like there's no, like... Although... What if he's like Hugo, and he becomes really pissy and tries to kill people because of it? No. Just no. He's not worth it.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
It's really impressive when this nameless NPC is just going that hard on his dialogue. That's kind of fun, though. Ooh, a chest. I almost missed this. It didn't have anything really of note in it, but... Oh, we can still talk to him.
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master.
Man, Hugo is not worth it. If you worked for him, you should know he was not worth it. He was a big baby. He went the way all simps go. He got wailed out by people who took super hard advantage of him because of his simping ways. Including Ultima, who is weirdly kinky. Okay, so one thing I haven't really done. Okay, there we go. So I know Torgal can let you start air combos. I don't think he's nearly as reliable as the ways that Sid can actively do it, but I just don't think to use Ravage as much as I should.
Before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor. Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Chocobos look pretty comfortable when they're sleeping. But they also just have like really silky looking feathers in this
Where now,
game.
Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
And we activated the Tabor obelisk.
What brings you to our humble village, young man? If it's our artisans you're here to see, then please.
Our artisans.
But do try not to interrupt their work.
Alright, are you a shop?
Here, take a look at my wares.
What do you have new? A diamond sword, which I have. Silken sash, which I have and is less good than what I'm wearing. Same with diamond armlets. You have meteorite. You have desert roses. On the shoulders of giants, orchestrion roll. Oh, I can afford that too. Well, you can buy Lionheart tonics here. Well, we'll buy it.
A fine choice.
Oh, right, I forgot I have Excalibur, which is not even as good as the weapon we're currently wielding.
again.
Feel like I fleshed 100 skins today.
Stay focused, will you? One slip with that scrape and the hunter's hard work will be for nothing.
I guess flesh would be the word for it, but there's something kind of disturbing about using flesh as a verb. I think it's because flesh itself is just, it's like moist, right? Fleshed.
These will make us rich. Rich, I tell you.
Jovial Tanner. Jovial Tanner.
Forgive me, traveler, but no matter how deep your pockets might be, we only sell to trusted patrons. I do hope you've not had a wasted journey.
Oh, so there are recommendations only. Joshua, do you want to say hi to her so we have no immediate misunderstandings?
My Lord Marquis, It is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Well, that's nice.
It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
You have ninjas?
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety.
Why are we learning about these
Since
ninjas
the
now?
area, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling we were going to get some lore. Alright, well first let's start with Tabor. An ancient settlement in central southern Dalmekia that seems to cling to the very cliffs which dominate the landscape of the region. Its proximity to the free cities of Canver gives Tabor a ready market for the high-quality leather its tanners produce, as well as the salt and minerals mined from beneath it. The town's long history of isolation, however, has clouded the hearts of its residents, and to this day, many remain unwelcoming to outsiders. The Undying, a secretive order who serve the Lords of Rosaria from the shadows. They revere the mighty Phoenix and its dominant, and once presided over the rites of ancestral communion at Phoenix Gate. Few outside the order know of its existence, even among the highest-ranking members of Rosarian nobility, and to this very day, with Rosaria reduced to a mere imperial province, they continue to serve the rightful keeper of the flame, His Grace Joshua Rosfield. So, either our mom was very bad with the secret lore, no one bothered telling her about the secret ninjas, or the ninjas were collectively like, no, you don't tell that bitch about us, because we don't like her. Oh man. Joshua has a new thing. Dominant of the Phoenix and younger brother of Clive. After surviving the disaster at Phoenix Gate, he devoted himself to uncovering the truth behind the emergence of the second icon of fire. With the help of the Undying, he obtained a copy of the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, from whose pages he learned of the existence of Ultima, the creature he was later to meet with and seal away inside himself in the sanctuary of Drakeshead. Now reunited with his brother, he and Clive fight as one to defeat Ultima and forge a new fate for mankind. Sometimes I feel like the real-time lore entries proc a little bit earlier than they maybe should. Yote, a member of the Undying, a secret society sworn to protect and serve the Rosfields of Rosaria and the dominant of the Phoenix, who is always born in their line. After her order rescued Joshua Rosfield from the ruins of Phoenix Gate and nursed him back to health, Yote was tasked by her order to accompany and protect him on his journey to uncover the truth of Ultima.
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Well,
Joshua.
I mean, it kind of had to be,
is
but
the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waluda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Okay. That's how I'm supposed to pronounce. Oh, we gonna cut to that now? Ah, excellent. Meanwhile, the Agora, the free cities of Canva.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
Agora.
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
This is pretty goofy.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Ooh. None of this is new, though. I was gonna have some fun, though. Like, oh, this is the my time, the real time.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
Wow, really, man?
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
You guys are...
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Oh no, he's using his dark, edgy Odin powers.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
Oh.
See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Wow. They really are... Now,
surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
oh, please. Come on, have a line that says darkness. Damn, it did the smarter thing where it just implied it. Because obviously Bahamut was light, but Odin is darkness. I was hoping for like a Kingdom Hearts moment. Oh well.
So then, how long has Walud been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
You,
The
Clive.
tapestry. Show them.
Yeah, Torgal, you're here too. Torgal's nice, all comfy, like, oh, all my humans are talking. I'm just gonna be here.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive,
oh.
May I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
Aww.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Oh, that's cute. I mean, who doesn't like the bodyguard person they're guarding?
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
Romance is hard to say there, but Yote very clearly has more than bodyguarderly affections for Joshua. Glad Joshua's like, we
Let's
should
find
keep
our friends.
We should keep our, like, home base NPCs safe. Send my relatively high seer subordinate to protect them.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Classic. Alright. We have 2 side quests here. Nice. I wonder if I have any other side quests. Is it just here? It is just here. Okay.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
Corel Tanner.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast. Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy.
I'm down for a
Bring
bonus
me
hunt.
that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Agree to hunt the monster and bring back its skin. Sure.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Skin trade. Look, Clive is way more okay with this skin trade than with the typical skin trade you find in settlements.
A fortune in skin and scale awaits any man with a will to claim it for his own. Leave Tabor by that path and venture west. The ancient beast roams the fields of Carava, not far from the Tovany Gate.
There's the
What
mayor.
brings you to our humble village, young man?
Same
If it's our
dialogue.
artisans you're here to see.
Yes, it is. Okay. And we'll go pick up.
Yes, and not a stone's throw away. Oh dear, I hope it doesn't spread.
Ah, old lady's having a girl's day out. Pick up the other side quest in case it's in the same area.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bow.
You there, the strapping lad with the sword.
Why, yes, I am a strapping lad with a sword. Milos Antiquarian.
Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
Oh, that was a good delivery,
A
vagrant graybeard.
specialist in ancient cultures, the most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Does Final Fantasy have a thing for stairs? Oh well. Assist a scholar with his studies. I might learn something. Oh, Clive. My sweet himbo idiot.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring...
Take your Sheikah slate, take pictures of
I'll
them.
remember everything perfectly.
But no.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Although this does kind of remind me a little bit of when you're doing those quests in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, these are all nearby then. Okay.
How are those new boots treating you?
My own time, I really do need to get back to that for a little bit.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was?
I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie. In all my long years, I've never seen such a thing.
Kind of made a mistake with Tears of the Kingdom in having technically done the final boss already. So when I reached, because I'm near the end of the story segments you can do to actually be ready to fight the final boss, but I'll know how it ends now. So it kind of, when my momentum petered out, it's been harder to start than it would be if I had at least that push.
And the rest of the boxes to damage.
2 goblin coins. Nice. He said look for the domes. It's not a dome though, is it? I thought it was, but... Where are these stones to read? Not you. Well, here's one at least, right? Yeah, okay, here we go. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Alright, well that's the south. South, we need east. East will be this way. Ah, there's the other one, okay.
Fellows are not fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are.
How are those new boots treating you?
There was one right here that I could have done. Oh, well, that's fine. Hoping Clive is remembering this, because I probably won't, to be honest. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Well, they were hunters first, right? Yeah, children of the hunters, now tillers of the land. And then here's this one. Northern Stone. Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Mood,
Decent
Clive.
quarry's been hard to find since the scouts left.
It has indeed.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Oh. Guardians of the Crystal, Guardians of the Republic, the Great Good Moogle Guardians. Yeah, because it was Mother Crystal, so.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating.
Look at Clive.
It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Voyagers of the Ashen Ocean, Riders of the Snowy Slopes. Yeah, man. Get that sweet ner. But no. Wanderers of the Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters now sworn to serve the sun. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land. Now dancing hand in hand. I like how this one gives you like the first quarter of it for all of them. So it's a little tricksy, but these are not that bad.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle.
Clive did it.
3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times.
So proud of our
Guardians of
dumb
the
himbo
crystal,
protagonist.
Wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Because no one cares about anthropology. Sorry about that. Oh, it gives us a little bit of money. A goblin coin, which is more money, I guess.
For years, I have pondered the mysteries of Tabor's founding. Would that I had made the journey as a younger man, when stairs held none of their terror.
Alright, now that we've done that... How... It says this way is blocked. But I wonder if it is truly blocked, or if that's only saying it's blocked because I haven't done it yet.
For years, I have pondered the mysteries.
I'm not talking to you, dude. I just want to...
How are those new boots treating you?
Oh, give me a quicker way down.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
There's something aggravating about when a game will use visible walls. Oh. Let's take care of this cutscene first.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
Aww.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is
Just
from
take the
darkness
ninjas,
that
Clive.
we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
You claim the Phoenix down from Cyril of the Undying.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
That's funny.
Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
It is kind of cute to me that Clive's all defensive older brother, with the fact that Joshua has a secret retinue of ninjas at his beck and call. Phoenix down. This seal marks its bearer as a trusted ally of the Undying. I like the idea that this is not you have ninjas. I got mid. Josh just looks at the big brother like, yeah. I got cool ninjas. Your companions, meanwhile, are mid.
Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field.
He even has
Now that
granny
we're the
ninjas.
Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
The free city's under siege. Who'd have thought it?
Master Cyril, luckily. Thank goodness he told us before we set out.
Ah, here we go. Ah, now we can go this way. And there's like a whole big little arena this way, too.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Joshua, you there. It is in fact the right way, because the forward way, that is progress, is never the right way, because this is a video game. I can't believe he dared. Oh? Oh, wait a second. This is where you guys were. Oh, I totally didn't remember that.
You're a bicycle.
Let's just get Mega Flare going. Man, they just make those others hit you when you do that. I'm just gonna do this actually, just to be safe. And let's just kill at least a couple of them. What is about fighting these guys? The fact that they don't do the typical stagger made them weirdly hard for me to fight. Like that C rank hunt almost killed me.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
But I was able to win. Barely. By brute forcing it. Blatantly. I'm also nearly dead, which is a problem, but it is what it is. We'll go run and hunt down this dread Avis, I guess. I think I have a harder time with the Avis than the other worm moveset, but we'll see. Walk to house, not deal with an army of mummies. Because, not mummies quite, but I have. Oh man. What level are you at in Baldur's Gate 3? By this point, Captain? On the verge of 12. So this is like an end game thing. Which makes sense. Mummies are pretty rough. I don't know if Mummy does not use the copious Mummy Rot. I was about to say, Mummy Rot's really rough in the regular game, so I can imagine it's not much better in Baldur's Gate 3 if at all. And it might in fact be worse. I know I've bemoaned this story before, but Mummy Rot is one of the major factors in one of my most hated 5e moments, where I was knocked out, contracted Mummy Rot, and then proceeded to roll a nat 20 death save. Which, of course... Oh, hey. Dravost Obelisk. Is the worst time to roll a nat 20 death save, because you in fact do not gain the benefits of it, because if you cannot heal, you cannot heal the 1 HP that should give you.
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the way you came.
And we got through that fight all right. We won, but it really pissed me off. Oh. We'll fight the Storm Panther, actually. I meant to dodge that, but then I didn't. Come on. There we go. And then let's knock you out with this. I did Giga Flare too soon. Oh well, I think it's still gonna kill anyways. I just got bloody heights for that. Oh well, that's fine. Okay. So you're level 11. Not that I actually know the characters that much, but I know at least a little bit of a fair amount of them, and I can recognize them to a degree. What party are you running with? As I assume this is an individual playthrough unless you don't have other player characters. Oh, let's go fight this Dread Evis.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. Nice try.
Ah, dodged too soon there. There we go. That time I just didn't dodge soon enough. There we go. Oh, I really destroyed it. I thought this was gonna actually be like styled like a proper hunt. I mean, I guess they gave me the enemy slain, but it was not challenging at all. But they give us a new thing. Avis skin. The thick, scaled skin of an Avis, claimed by some to be as old as the mountains themselves, though it has most likely seen but a decade or two.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Alright. That's kind of a fun, like, Dark Souls-ish moment, too, of a shortcut, kind of, where I connected back. Alright, let's just teleport, because it's faster. I'll admit, seeing a lot of the talk about Baldur's Gate 3 has made me keep considering, but I still have so many games, like, obviously this one I'm still only a little over halfway through. I've yet to beat Tears of the Kingdom. For some God knows what reason, I started a maddening playthrough of Fire Emblem Engage that I'm in the very beginning of, but that's going to take me ages because I have to actually think and be tactical on maddening difficulty. Hello, Tanner, dude.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
This is probably the time I should have actually read the Avis skin description, but whatever. I remember Core 6 came out. I haven't even touched that.
As supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch.
It is too many games.
As my honored partner, with my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
I don't even know if Armored Core 6 would make for a good stream game. Like, I've never really played a mech game before. I know I've heard good things about it, and obviously ever since Bloodborne, been really happy with From Software, but also, excuse me there. Just typical things, bloody hiding meteorites.
This is hide unlike any I've had the pleasure of handling. My clients will pay a fortune for the merest scrap.
That said, if I do, I have thought of a fun thing to work with in terms of it. To tie it into the new paradigm shift I have decided for my From Software related characters.
The free cities under siege? Who'd have thought it?
Master Cyril, luckily.
Also, I don't know why I'm acting like I haven't heard them before.
There
Watch.
are horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors who'll kill you as soon as look at you. Would that I had the strength to kill them first.
I will eventually have to return to Bobby Joe too, because DLC for Elden Ring is on the horizon. Orcish fodder?
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Too slow.
Alright. You attacking. Someone else want to attack? There we go. Even though I did learn from the Chronos challenge for Bahamut that too many of his abilities just create visual clutter that I don't like, it is kind of fun to activate a Mega Flare and just have death raining down around you as you go. Alright, this is all this. I thought it was actually on this, but that's fine.
All yours, Torgo.
Alright. This is a long way around to go away that is not actually... Well, maybe at some point this split in the path has merit. I don't feel like fighting. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna fight these because I'm gonna pop this. And Gate the Flare.
It's over.
Oh, I can't keep turning. I guess when you're firing that much laser, you're just stuck. cannot turn around. The laser is too locked in. I can adjust it like 30 degrees left or right, but otherwise it's too much. Oh, Helldiver. Ugh. Alright, now let's go here. That said, I did definitely get far enough in Final Fantasy 16. I would like to finish that. Get to the story, see how it concludes. Yeah, it looks like Canver's done better.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Finish the fight, as it were. I feel like Master Chief would be very weird. Like, this game is both too grounded medieval fantasy and also too anime. The Gilded Path. And then we have the Free Cities of Camber, which is going to be a mission. So we actually got to a story mission. And I guess I think I might be able to get through this tonight. Especially because I started a little early. From humble beginnings did a handful of villages join to form a staunch alliance that now controls much of the realm's mercantile trade. Actually, do I have... No, I'd still be on this. Alright. Well, I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take a small break here before resuming this, since it kind of naturally does that. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, back. Let's do this. Hopefully I'll be alright for this too. Old Canver, the Free Cities of Canver. The Warehouse District.
Sounds like thunder.
I mean, it makes sense. The old Cid did have Ramla in him.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
Hey,
I
Gav.
seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
And I'm glad Yote wasn't there to see that. Aww.
My boy.
I swear, it's...
Uncle Byron.
They can't keep getting us with Uncle Byron.
Really you? I never thought I'd see the day.
Damn if it doesn't work every time. I'm happy for Byron.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
That's
Mostly,
rough.
but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river.
Okay.
Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
Oh yeah. Gotta
leave
break out
that
our
to me.
ship.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
That's pretty fun.
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Aww.
Both of you.
You too.
I mean, Torgo's always gonna get me too. But then who doesn't like their good murder wolf doggo getting attention? Evenfall. Ooh. Music's kind of exciting. Oh, when did this side quest happen? Trading places. Can't actually. I'm like in a mission right now, right? Progress will be lost upon leaving the area. Proceed. No. Or maybe I should? No. These spawned in after I did this, right? Right? I mean, I haven't really done the mission, as it were. Ooh, I need to make some saves so I don't accidentally delete anything, too. Cloak and Dagger was the one I had done, yes. Okay, good. I'm sure those side quests will be here after the mission.
Right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Yeah. Woof.
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Oh, we don't get to make it in time. Oh well.
They're wearing Waluda armor.
Okay, now we can fight you.
Nice try.
Oh, he got the full combo off. But now we get a punch to him, so it'll work out. Well, I did alright with this, but I could have done better. At least my murder combo still worked. I had to really figure out those ninja guys, actually. Like, I kind of get a decent chunk of how to fight them, but could be better. Let's just kill you. Really? Oh, because you're alive too. Okay, I'm just gonna... There we go. You know what? Let's just... Come on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna... get some health back. New enemies approach. Sweet. You can try and protect, but it's not gonna save you guys. And laser. Really? I guess that's what I get for trying to brute force that.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
I think more importantly, what happened to my modicum of skill? Like, it just completely fled me during that entire fight. Oh well. I'm still getting used to this game again. Plus, having had 3 weeks of having to actually do stuff during the day and sleep at night, I will admit I'm a little bit more tired now than I'm expecting to be for this. I don't think it really excuses this at all. It's just, you know, I could imagine being in more optimal condition. One sharp right. Yeah, that is a weird thing. So they'll capitalize all of it if it's a single thing. But if you have multiple, it just becomes all lowercase. That's a weird quirk of how they do it, I guess.
This won't be easy.
Over here!
Ooh, that really hurt. Kashik. This is a Kashik Vithvalda. Holy crap! It survived. Oh, that hurt. But it gave me a free potion that healed me up some, so that's good. Crea y crown. I just went backwards, then I did go backwards. Okay. Wait, no, there's a thing for this. There is. Okay, I was going the right way now. Thank you, Torgo. Okay, I see how I got turned around. I swear sometimes I have a sense of direction to make Zora blush. Which is impressive because as bad as Zora's is, I guess it doesn't actually work now I think about it because, whatever. Oh, no, 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 no. In fact, I'm just gonna make sure you die. Pretty decent. Ew. Took off all my like AoE abilities, which works out fine, I guess, but there are times when, like in those kind of fights, I feel like it would be nice to have them.
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Also help. An Orcish warlord. Oh, I mistimed that badly. Oh, I mistimed that badly too. Oh, I mistimed that as well, but that's okay. Man, these Orcish warlords are such big boys. Okay, any day I will actually dodge that. There we go. This should do pretty good damage, actually. Oh yeah, look at that melt him. Wasn't quite enough to kill him, but it got close. Damn.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
Welfare. That laser destroyed my health. That was a bad move to not dodge. Ow. Okay, Torgal, I'm gonna need you to lead me because I'm a dumbass. Oh, this was a door. I didn't see a door icon pop up. Okay. Note to future self, make sure to dodge the Orc Warlord's super lasers. And don't just stand there and take it to the face. Because, oh boy, did that hurt.
Where are they?
This looks like a arena for a boss or a mini boss.
These creatures. Does Ultima's reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
I didn't touch it at all. Great. There we go. You know what, let's just... You know, actually, I think this is actually the closest thing I have to a proper AoE skill, so...
Where is your master? What does he want?
Okay, who cast Protect? You did.
And another. There's more. And another.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Oh, are you gonna be a fight?
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
Not really, but okay.
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
Is that a way of...
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield.
Oh, this should be fun.
Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Actually, you know what?
Too slow.
Come on.
Too slow.
There we go. Ah, I see how that works. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, let's punch right through you. Yeah.
Nice try.
I bet he also is really satisfying the parry bunch.
Too slow. Well done, Torgo.
Let's just do as much damage as we can to stagger her. Yeah. Oh yeah, Clive does not get nothing personnel.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Ooh.
Watch closely, Mythos.
This might be a problem. Okay.
Yes!
Oh, it has a second attack. Okay. Oh, that hurt. Well, that's
Seldom enough, would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't.
Oh.
Nice try.
Ah, that was a mistake there. They give you a chance to like really. Ooh, got a Tosker. Oh, you weren't even close enough. Ah. Well. I didn't time that close at all.
Nice try.
Well, I'm not gonna still might defeat him, but This guy's sleeping. You know, not for the fact that he also does a bunch of things that are just random. Like, I'm not sure if this is really Ratatosker, but I do appreciate them sticking to the gimmick. Dead man's beer. Okay. Ah, oh, that was close. I'll just build this up while I can. Come on. Okay. Blast that. Do this so I don't die. It is possible though, that because they have so many of the references that touch on Norse mythology, maybe there was a doggo in the past. Now, do we think this actually defeats him? Or is this a you win to not win? He'll go away and come back another fight, which I wouldn't mind. It was a pretty decent fight. Even if I was not great in a couple of those moments. Plus, he might have a phase too. Sanguine Insignia. After taking up the mantle of Lord Commander of the Knights of the Royal Woluda Army upon Sidolphus Telamon's untimely resignation, Sleipnir harbored served King Barnabas for the better part of a decade. Intriguingly, however, there are no records of a house harbored ever existing in either Veldermark or on the southern continent, begging the question, whence exactly did he hail?
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Oh no, he actually just fought us to death. I feel like you didn't need to fight us here. I don't mind that you did.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late.
The fact that he is called... Also, Mythos. This is new. Mythos. The name by which Ultima addresses Clive. It appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make of the young Lord Marquess. The being identifies Clive as the Mythos he has long sought by virtue of his awakening as a dominant of Ifrit, and having the power to absorb the ether of other icons. Sleipnir harbored. Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Wolude's armies, Sleipnir was known to many as the Constant Knight, by reasoning of his unchangingly icy demeanor and his unwavering loyalty to his liege, bested by Clive Rosfield after he and his master slaughtered the guildmasters and Republican ministers in the Converian Agora. Huh, alright.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
What is it? Is it a phase 2? Oh, we're gonna fight him in a costume. Ooh. Barnabas is not happy with us.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Ooh, he's got fancy sword moves. Oh, we just doing another fight? Oh, he does that elegant fencing style.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But
Mythos.
Mythos is everything.
Mythos. I feel like there needs to be multiple
creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness?
That is a line.
Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Oh, is he gonna do his dark edgy blade again? I mean, I can't help but mark out for the animators of that. Damn.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oh. Oh, Jill's full on priming. Probably a good call, honestly.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Torkel's carrying our sword for us. What a good boy.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
I'm sure Shiva is fine. Jill will be fine. Sometime later, after everything was fine, city outskirts, the free cities of Canver.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he?
Oh man, did
Do
Jill
not
get...
blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
Oh, Uncle Byron.
Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy.
Oh.
All I want to do is help.
Torgal's happy
The
too.
world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him.
Now, the
Clive.
bad news.
Jill didn't come back.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
You know...
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
I wonder, did they mention Jill here? Ah, nothing new though. I'm a little curious what Barnabas and Ultima's plan is with Jill. Because usually, the idea of kidnapping the important childhood friend, love interest, would make sense as a classic villain tactic. But specifically, Ultima and Barnabas, at least in the cutscenes we've seen, have stated multiple times now that they think they need to kill the important people to Clive. I mean, I guess she's still bait so they can get more of the people, maybe? Oh well. The Ironworks. A fully functioning shipyard nestled within the hollow of a sea grotto on the outskirts of Canver. The high cliffs and violent tides which surround it, effectively concealing the interior from prying eyes. It is here that Mid, along with other allies from the hideaway, strives in secret to finish work on the Enterprise, a revolutionary high-speed sea vessel.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings,
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Don't worry,
Perhaps.
Uncle.
But the world really won't save itself.
I have dominant healing. Yay. We'll just teleport home and then back to Canver. It's okay. Well, those side quests are still there, so it seems like we're fine. Amongst the amongst the unfading remnants of ambitions long forgotten, do Clive and his companions forge a path to a better tomorrow. I don't know why, I just couldn't brain that. I guess I'm tired. A Song of Hope.
All right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Oh, new items are available at Karen's Toll. New Kraken recipe is available at the Black Hammer. That's fun. New missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Okay. New quests available in the Alliant reports. I mean, we've seen their side quests there. That's not weird. Alright. Oh, there's like new everything. Let's go this way, though. We'll check in on the people. What's up, Luca? No, Torgal! You can listen to someone better than this. I hate you, Lucan. Try something different musically, you hack.
Yet still he clung unto the mast and bellowed. All ahead.
Well, I guess you kind of at least put some oomph into that final bit. But God, the just languid pacing. Talbot savor of stew.
You don't know what you're talking about. The odor's what gives Chance's stew its, depth. And that's what makes it superior to any old lizard livers.
Oh, please. Have you even tried the fried mortress? Taste, smell, texture. It beats your beloved stew hands down on every count. Now that's a masterpiece.
Oh no. Talbot savor of stew. We've expanded the foodie paradigm.
Those imps are going to break that thing. You just watch. Which song should we listen to? All of them.
Oh, that's kind of cute. They're playing with the jukebox. Night terrors on the shoulders of giants. Fast footsteps. Okay, that's just kind of the boss music, so. Or hunt music, or it's some kind of fight music. Maeve. Well, we can't chat with her right now, so we don't want to order a drink either.
Keep your mug handy.
You know what? I'm gonna actually take care of Hippocrates early. I usually check everything first, but
We all know that bearers have a resilience to the ill effects of ether. But don't you find it strange that there are those who, despite being free of magic's burden, can seemingly pass through a flood without consequence? I asked our luresman how this could be, and he suggested that it might have something to do with bloodlines. Many of the realm's dominants are born to specific families, you see.
the Rosfields, the Lesages. So there must be something in those families' blood that provides them with the potential to become vessels for icons. But what about the ones who don't awaken? Could it be that this same potential provides them with something of the same immunity? Your uncle's recent travels with you across the ether-ravaged countryside would certainly suggest so. And yet, what about Gav? Well, in smaller, more isolated populations, bloodlines are less diluted. Hence, Shiva's dominance sometimes awakening in the child of a common northerner. And our scouts not having turned 100 times over.
That was interesting. A little random side NPC giving us some lore. I don't think we knew Gav was apparently of the same ethnicity as Jill. That's new.
Let me help. I know my letters. Most of them anyway.
Very well. The more eyes we have poring over these tomes, the sooner we'll find answers about these skies.
Okay. Samson Cursebreaker.
Did you know that chocobos are far more resilient?
Oh yeah, we've listened to this dude. Can I skip you to go into Hippocrates?
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Excellent. You the Thousand
I have
Tomes.
compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Oh, so close.
Consider today.
So close to level 6. And nothing in the bestiary. That makes me so sad. We'll start with Mysteries of the Realm, actually. We'll go Mysteries of the Realm. Crystal. Post-primogenesis. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient ether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so to cast magics. After Ultima cast primogenesis and the skies over Valisthea darkened, many of the municipal crystals that fired forges and filled wells began to fail. In certain areas, even those rationed shards that the people relied on in their everyday lives lost their spark, making life all but unlivable. Well, that sucks. And next we have Ancient Mural. Basic information. No, actually, that's the one we already read then. A religious image found across Valisthea, not only in the Apodidary under Phoenix Gate and in the Comrake, near the heart of Drake's Breath, but upon a tapestry in Tabor too. It depicts the icons arranged in adoration of a central figure, believed to be Ultima, the god that rules above them all. Alright. Echoes, awakening. Strange clockwork constructs often encountered in fallen ruins. The question of whether or not they are truly alive is open to debate, as they do not appear to require water, nor do they feed on the flesh of their victims as beasts do, seemingly existing solely to protect their habitat from intruders. Though it is widely assumed they are vestiges of the fallen civilization, some of the structures they preside over, such as the Apodidary and the sanctuaries at the heart of the Mother Crystals, seem to predate even that bygone age. In the aftermath of primogenesis, beneath the blackened skies that followed, they emerged from the ruins at last, and can now be seen wandering the entirety of Valisthea. Alright. Barrett has one. Those are the same. Engineering. The technology of the fallen civilization was highly advanced, and though many an archaeologian and engineer has sought to study the workings of the curious contraptions they left behind, little light has yet been shed on their secrets. Engineers of the present day largely learn from each other. Indeed, the knowledge that Mid learned in the University of Canver, she now shares with the children of the Hideaway, that they might one day stand on her shoulders. Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, an ancient recipe book that instructs one how to make toothsome fare from the game of the realm, though the outdated tongue in which it is penned makes it difficult to define precisely what beast is being proposed for the pot. It was discovered in the shelves by Ivan as he hunted for inspiration to expand his culinary repertoire, and expand it he did, summoning forth the Chancer's stew, a piquant, some might say putrid ragout of scorpion tails, whose flesh was as soft as the silt of the swamps in which they live, and the flavor similarly comparable. The Highway's head chef Molly was not to be outdone, however, drawing from the pilgrimage's pages a fried mortress of skyworm. The dish, consisting of wyvern liver sautéed with saint's bonnet, was heralded a tour de force among those who tasted it. Wow. Either that means that is done at just 2 parts of it, or it will update for another part later. Primogenesis, its effects on the land. A spell cast by Ultima that cast a roiling pall over all Valisthea. The unbalance in the ether that resulted not only sapped the potency of crystals and magic in the lands that remained livable, but filled the rest not only with his glowing thralls, but with ether floods, turning men and beasts into mindless, merciless Akashic. After the mysteries of the realm, we have the lay of the land. The imperial province of Rosaria, following the destruction of Twinside, a nation formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. Rosaria has been a vassal state of the Empire for nigh on 2 decades. The uprising in Twinside, led by Prince Dion Lesage and his loyal dragoons, and subsequent death of both Holy Emperor and Empress in the year 878, has left Sombrek with barely the wherewithal to rule itself, rendering the erstwhile dukedom a subject of the Empire in name and little else. Which makes sense. Actually, this page is fully filled. The Blood Axes. The band of sellswords tasked with the protection of Martha's Rest. In the absence of any assistance from the nearby Imperial garrison, it falls to them to keep watch on the roads and keep the beasts and bandits of the swamplands from Martha's Gate. I'm actually surprised that was one that didn't trigger earlier. The Holy Empire of Sombrek, a son's betrayal, a nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm, after its administrative capital moved to Twinside in the neighboring crystalline dominion in the year 873, an insurgency led by Prince Dion Lesage upended the political and military order, spreading unrest and disruption across the land. This disruption was further worsened when Ultima unleashed Primogenesis, obliterating Twinside and plunging the realm yet deeper into chaos. Looking for the red dots that there is new stuff. The Men of the Rock, a republic on the brink. A private army under the command of Hugo Kupka, originally employed to guard Drake's Fang. The bulk of the force was co-opted by Kupka when he seized control of the Mother Crystal, and has served him and only him since. After Kupka's death, his forces scattered, largely returning to the countryside where many now engage in banditry. The Town Guard, the volunteer fighting force assembled and led by Conrad. Unlike the Men of the Rock or the mercenaries previously charged with keeping Dalmil safe, every member of the Guard is a Dalmilian born and bred, and has the future of the town at heart. Many of the miners who lost their livelihoods when Drake's Fang fell have found a new purpose in the Guard, swinging swords and axes in place of picks. The League of Merchants, the group responsible for filling and maintaining Dalmil's collective stores that all might be supported in these troubled times. It draws its membership from the traders of the town, and is led by Natalie, overseer of the markets. It was she who recognized that Thalabiel's future could not be secured by force of arms alone. Only by bringing the entire town together might they summon the strength to drive back the bandits. Lord Underhill, Clive's alter ego, albeit one that was forced upon him by Lubor's fondness for theatrics. It was Lord Underhill of the Rondala League of Merchants who made it known to Natalie that help from the capital would not be forthcoming, and that the people of Dalamil must work together to fill their own stores. Jill was rather more convincing in the role of Lady Jane of the Red Wings. I can't believe they gave this its own lore entry. Who planted the idea of forming a town guard in Conrad's mind. Both Conrad and Natalie still address Clive by this name, though in Natalie's case, this would appear to be naught but a courtesy to his dramatic efforts. Wow, this had 2 entries in that time. Tabor, an ancient settlement in central southern Dalmacia that seems to cling to the very cliffs which dominate the landscape of the region. Its proximity to the free cities of Canver gives Tabor a ready market for the high-quality leather its tanners produce, as well as the salt and minerals mined from beneath it. Unbeknownst to its citizenry, it is from here that, since the fall of Rosalith to the Empire, the secretive coven of ducal loyalists known as the Undying have carried out their duties to the Phoenix. A settlement in central southern Dalmacia that seems to cling to the very cliffs which dominated the landscape of the region. It is famed for its leatherworking, the signature stench of its tanneries ever prevalent in the canyons that lead in and out of town, and as such, skilled craftsmen abound, transforming hides into all manner of wondrous creations. Tabor was founded by the so-called Guardians of the Crystal, who were later joined by nomadic peoples and hunter-gatherers, creating a rich, mixed culture which gives the town its unique flavor. It was those same hunters whose skills were employed to gather the raw materials on which the leatherworking industry was built. Alright. Wow, this is a bit more than I was expecting. The Krojik Echoes, a bleak, ochre wilderness stretching through central Dalmacia. Its northern half is a veritable whirlwind of claustrophobic canyons and fallen detritus, lacking paved roads or outposts of any kind. In the south, however, the area finally opens up to Risanov Flat, and beyond it, the reclusive community of Tabor. This, and the lonely trade route leading to the free cities of Canver, provide the region with at least some semblance of civilization. Machinations of the Kingdom of Waloed, the sole surviving nation in Ash. Waloed has its capital at Stoneir, home to the Mother Crystal of Drakespine. It is ruled over by Barnabas Dom, dominant of Odin and Warden of Darkness, who, it transpires, has formed an alliance with the mysterious being known as Ultima. Sure. Ooh, there's a few here. I think I have read this one, though. Following the Waloeder invasion, the free cities of Canver, a federation of neighboring independent city-states located in the southeastern part of the continent of Storm. While originally part of Dalmacia, the cities achieved their independence in the year 857. Canver lacks an army of its own, and relies instead on a city guard formed of mercenaries hired by its merchants and tradespeople. Unfortunately, the city guard, and indeed the city itself, were decimated in an attack by Akashic Waloeder troops in 878. Having lost its political leaders and the bulk of its citizenry, The Free City ceased at that point to be a nation in any meaningful sense. The Canver City Guard, a private military force employed to keep the peace in the free cities of Canver. The guard is paid for by the city's merchants and tradespeople and is employed in the absence of any official state army. Its duties mainly consist of patrolling and maintaining order within the city walls. Look at all these. There's so many ones I haven't unlocked yet. Like, not really, because if we look at this, we can see that it's only like a quarter, maybe a fifth. Oh well. Persons of interest. Oh, Karen? Oh, a hidden past. One of Sid's most trusted allies. A merchant by trade. Karen was born in lands beyond Valisthea. She came to the twins as a weapons dealer, selling to anyone willing to pay. An attitude that earned her not only a fortune, but a price on her head. And it was while fleeing from her many enemies that she met Sid, who gave her refuge in exchange for her exclusive services. Her hard-working assistant Goots, who she calls her right eye, she bought from his neglectful parents. Goots. A hidden past. Apprenticed to Karen, an ally of the Hideaway, Karen purchased Goots from his neglectful parents after witnessing how they abused and undervalued their child. It has been his pleasure to serve her ever since. His Nan feels much the same way about him, going so far as to call him her right eye. On the rare occasions she lets her true feelings slip. Well, that's cute. That might be... Oh, wait, no. Molly, chief cook at Clive's Hideaway, who inherited the role from Kenneth after he lost his life in Titan's attack. Molly's true passion lies in the baking of pastries and other sweetmeats, but alas, shipments of sugar to the Hideaway are few and far between. Instead, she pushes the boundaries of her culinary repertoire by assisting Yvonne in reviving the questionable dishes preferred by his questionable cookbook. That's pretty funny. Oh, Mrs. Felipe, Imperial soldier of the Northreach garrison, whose heart pines for none other than Isabel. He leads the stand against the threats Northreach faces and inspires his fellow soldiers to do the same. Conrad, master of the Dollarmill kitchens, where he serves filling yet inexpensive fare to the people of the town and the miners of Drake's Fang. After his town was set upon by bandits, Conrad led the faction pushing for the recruitment of mercenaries to take bloody revenge. However, he was convinced to look instead at forming a town guard drawn from the citizens of Dollarmill, of whom he became the inaugural leader. Natalie, veteran trader of the Dollarmill markets, turned leader of its new league of merchants, the group responsible for filling and maintaining the town's collective stores. Though she loathes violence and argued vehemently against the plan to hunt down the bandits who attacked Dollarmill, she is passionate about protecting the town and its people. When the bandits returned, she was the first into the fray. Cyril, a senior member of the Undying, known as the Bearer of the Burning Quill, who coordinates his order's research into Ultima from their headquarters in the Dalmekian village of Tabor. At his liege lord Joshua's command, he lends his and his order's strength to Clive. Oscar, nephew of Rodney Murdoch, late Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army. Though he served under Sir Wade in the Guardians of the Flame, he had always dreamed of following in his uncle's footsteps and inquiring to a scion of the Rosfields. His wish is granted when Clive accepts him as squire and brings him back to the Hideaway, that he might learn from Sid the Outlaw's example. Sir Wade joining forces with Martha. A loyal shield of Rosaria and leader of the Guardians of the Flame, who fight against imperial rule in the duchy, sheltering bearers from the Black Shield's callings. After the skies turned, their base in the Lazarus district outside Port Isolde was swallowed by an ether flood, leading them to seek shelter in Martha's Rest. In return for Martha's hospitality, the Guardians aid the Blood Axes in defending the village. Rutherford out and about. Manservant to Lord Byron Rosfield. In normal circumstances, his daily duties touch all aspects of running his master's manor. Of late, however, Byron has bade him leave the safety of Port Isolde to conduct a survey into the political, military, and economic situation of Storm, a task in which he has enjoined the assistance of several of his fellow butlers to the nobility. Oh, man. I definitely started out with a different voice for this one point of doing it, and it just has devolved. Ultima, Joshua's findings. The otherworldly being behind much of the tragedy and turmoil that has plagued Valisthea. Ultima requires a vessel in which to inculcate his disembodied soul, and Clive's curious ability to absorb the powers of other icons suggests that he is the very mythos that Ultima has long awaited. I didn't say that right, it's mythos. He wills Clive to absorb the other icons that his vessel might be perfected. Oh, maybe they took Jill because they can't kill her yet, because they need to make sure Clive, yeah, of course, because we haven't absorbed Shiva yet. So if Barnabas killed Jill right away, we wouldn't get Shiva yet. Okay, duh, I'm an idiot. That's the obvious reason why he couldn't just freaking murk her off screen. I mean, besides the fact that they wouldn't want to do that anyways, but...
You are always welcome, Clive.
Oh, man, okay.
Let me help. I know my letters.
So, that is our Hippocrates tax paid for. We looked at that. We'll swing by the Already Stone. Well, I'm not going to do anything with it, but it has new stuff, so it bothers me. Alright, appearance. Appearances matter. Use the appearances option in the Areti Stone to change the outward appearance of Clive or his party members. The appearance of Clive's weapon can also be changed to that of any previously obtained weapon, while maintaining the current weapon's stats. Ah, edgy burnt black. Jill. Snow White. I actually kind of like that one. Ashen Gray. Torgal. Ooh. Ambrosia. Ooh. I'm gonna keep everyone normal for this one. I feel like this kind of stuff is better in a New Game Plus, but you know. Oh, that's very fun. We'll let this keep changing though.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have letters in them, would they?
Let's see what...
Still alive, are ya?
She doesn't have anything new to talk about, but we can look at new things she has to
then.
buy. Oh, look. There's a generic rune blade that's just better than our special Bahamut weapon. Rune blade. Long before the Vastland alphabet became commonplace, early tribes across the Twins used a form of lettering now known collectively as runes. While most scholars agree that these runes were merely a crude representation of sophisticated pre-fall writing, some religious sects believe that the symbols hold power that is unlockable only when used in a specific order, much like those inscribed on the blade of this sword.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
And then we can get a rune belt. Runic scholars separate the ancient logograms into 3 distinct groups. Wards of expelling, which are used to emit energy, wards of conservation, which are used to absorb energy, and wards of harmony, which are used to combine the previous 2. Which is not as good as the regal sash, but I'll buy it anyways.
Better I'll be here.
And these rune crescents are actually slightly better than the Drake Slayer's bracelets we have. These arm girdles are not only thought to be enhanced by the myriad tiny runes engraved about the white gold ribbing, but also by the crescent shape, which in itself serves as a protective ward of conservation.
You'll not find a better price than that.
That's all what we've had. These are all pretty consistent. And then all these, including the last elixir. And if we want to sell... Yeah, look at that. It's 12,000 gil. Yeah, we'll do it anyways.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much
All
bothered
right.
either way.
That kind of scared me for a second. Alright. Blackthorn. What do you have to do for me? So you can craft these, or you can reinforce. Ah, it uses the sanguine insignia, of course it does. Sure.
My best work, but it'll do.
Sure, I like more damage.
That should do ya.
Now, this uses all... I think even if I upgrade it 2 times, I mean, this is fine though, because we have plenty of all of this, so...
My best work, but it'll do.
Wow. It's really not worth it. Okay. This is the other sanguine insignia, which I assume... I just have a ton of steel silk.
Yeah,
why not?
That should do ya.
The tiniest number increases. I'm not gonna bother with that one though.
Fine.
Oh, Blackthorn. Alright. What memento did we get that I haven't seen lately? The Oath, Guardian Scurf, Sid's Goblet, Continental Censer. Right, okay, okay. An ornate brass censer from beyond the outer seas, gifted to Clive by Karen for his assistance in clearing her name. According to the cantankerous shopkeep, when packed with herbs and ambergris and left to smolder, the fragrant smoke produced can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. That sounds nice. Alright, and then we have the reading table. On our own terms and duty. On our own terms, Karen writes to Clive, I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester, and with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. And then, duty. Yote writes to Clive, My Lord Marquess, in your absence shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able. I only ask that you do the same for his grace. Yote. Alright, well that was nice. Wait a second. the Reddystone
If it's
has...
knowledge you seek, we've tomes of...
I think it's because I didn't look actually at... I've not actually clicked on arcade mode. In arcade mode, you can rechallenge previously completed stages and be scored on your performance. Gear and level restrictions are applied. Points are awarded for performance in battle. The more complex your battle techniques, the higher your score. The higher your score, the better your overall rating. CBAS. Because they wouldn't go up to SSS, because I guess they wanted to pretend they weren't just Devil May Crying up Final Fantasy. Arcade mode scoring. Successfully performed battle techniques are displayed in real time on the right hand of the screen. Technique scoring is as follows: white 3 stars, blue, cyan, green, rainbow. Arcade mode gear. While level, consumable items, and gear are predetermined for each stage, iconic abilities can be customized to one's liking. Also, equipment restrictions do not apply to accessories. Interesting. Oh, we have a fair amount of these. Oh, and you get time limits too. Stage replay is the thing I was thinking of, I think. While accessing the Reddystone, Clive can replay any of the main scenario's major battle sequences. This mode can be used to revisit cutscenes, collect forgotten items, earn XP and AP, or retry missed achievements. So basically the same thing, except you're not being that. In the final Chronolith trials, Clive's level is fixed, gear is predetermined, trial begins with only 80s. The best times from previous runs are recorded. Well, that's fun. And then there was the appearance one, but... Oh, you know what? I now realize this probably updated because I got a new sword. Alright. So let's see. Jack and Amateur Twitcher got a dog? What are you doing, and why is the dog whining?
Do you have a name, doggy? I'd call you Torgal, but that one's already taken.
Oh, okay. Well, I like dogs, and I'm worried because this dog's gonna get eaten because it's not at the end. I wish I had a second model. Not counting Torgal, because Torgal's best dog. But I wish I had one that was like your basic dog, that didn't look like it was half starved to death. Hey, Goots.
Oh,
We can ask about Karen.
there's no one like our Nan.
She can be a bit grumpy, but deep down, she's got a heart of gold. His mom and dad worked him like a dog, and still called him a witless, worthless waste of space. Said it so much that he started believing them. But then Nan got wind of how they were treating him, and she didn't like it one bit. Pulled out a big fat purse full of gold and threw it at their feet.
Your lad's worth double that.
She said, and if you lot can't see it, you hand him over to someone who can. All that shining, glittering gill, and Nan said he was worth more. He'd never been so happy in his life.
And I've never looked back.
He started working for Nan right then and there, and he'll gladly stay with her till his dying day. That was really cute.
You take care now.
Also, they're dumbasses. If nothing else, Goots' sheer size gives him impressive utility that even shitty parents should be able to recognize.
Who cares less for us than the irony hammers?
Blackthorn can seem a little dark at times, yes, but under all that soot is a heart of gold.
Alright, talking about that. Jack and Amateur Twitcher we already did, but we will have to eventually go.
Heard you were in Canva fetching young Med.
and see where hopeless romantic Asta is at her current romantic pursuits. If she's still pining after an unconscious Dion.
I was thinking I might pen a novel of my own to tell the story of the hideaway. I change all the names, of course. Well, except for mine, that is.
I feel like I might have listened to that one already. Oh, okay.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Midadol?
You can start by paying attention during your lessons.
Miss Shirley, how else can we learn to be clever like Miss Midadol? But no.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
You saw that work of devilry on the deck, didn't you? The second fall of man is nigh.
Oh, wow. Would a vote of confidence from that dude. Is Mid around here? Oh, she's probably hanging out. Oh, we don't need to talk to Owain.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Okay, so she's not around here yet. Okay.
Will we ever see the sky again?
Oh, I thought someone else was going to say something there. Never mind.
Have you noticed there are more ether floods these days? Some say the skies are to blame, but then there were ether floods before all this, weren't there? Makes you wonder.
It is so weird that there's just a dude called Suspicious Character near the top of the building, and we're just like, he just gets to be here. Nothing. It's weird, but we're not gonna question it all, and oh well.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Then everyone in Port Isolde's in danger.
Alright. It is time, Asta, hopeless romantic. Where are you at, girl?
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
Oh. Oh, man. Asta, baby girl, that sucks. Also, Dion is up?
It says here that once turned, an Akashic is forever lost.
Your brand. You're going to have it removed then?
What choice am I? It's the only way they'll take me into the Curse Breakers.
It's pretty funny though that this hopeless romantic is now settling on that. Oh man. So she was into Clav's brother before then.
Who'll see to my boils if Taya ain't around, eh?
Well, because the implication originally was it could have been either. It could have been either Joshua or Dion. I think it was always Dion. Because when Joshua was up and about, she mentioned that she was still just in the one who was left behind. And it doesn't seem like... Yeah, because Dion's... I was going to say Dion's body is not here. His unconscious form isn't here, so he must have gone out of his coma. Well, I guess technically Dion's not a prince any longer. Because, you know, his dad is dead, but also Sombrecht's not much of an empire anymore either, so either way.
How are are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a kashik and the valleys are full of ether?
How indeed. My men and I lost an entire day avoiding a flood that wasn't there a fortnight ago.
Either that, or it's possible it was both of them. And she's just like, well, first Joshua left, and I was gonna pine after Dion. Dion's now gone, so I was gonna pine after Joshua, but Joshua's having none of me either. He's a hopeless romantic, truly.
Be heading back to Canberra soon. You let us know if you need an escort.
Goat.
Clive.
He's just gonna tell me about the side quest I can see on the map there.
How are you doing?
I was
Hope you're a
talking
stranger, eh?
to Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so.
Oh, I was almost there to the talisman of priming, but I wasn't there quite yet. Alright, that's fine.
All done?
There's Vivian.
Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. Thus ends today's lesson.
I do appreciate, I've already said this before, but I appreciate that those still exist. Let's go look over the things so Goat will stop telling us about them.
Quick look.
Ooh, we get Quentin's follow-up quest. That'll be fun. Rekindling the flame. That sounds kind of fun. It's probably going to involve Wade. Trading places with Eloise in the Backlid markets. That one I'm not quite sure I get right away. What's up, Nectar? Dread Comet. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in this species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin, and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must needs be put down. We have an A-rank hunt for a man-eater chocobo. I'm just glad it's on S rank. And that's everything. So we can start talking to Otto now, it looks like.
It was an army of Akasha.
What is up, Otto?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Paradise Quest. I guess the idea is Mid wouldn't have looked at all of it because...
How are we supposed to do
whatever. Before we do this, though, we should probably do side quest stuff. And in fact, yes, let's do side quests. I think the Quentin one and Lost One's going to be the most interesting. So we'll leave that for next time, because I'm not going to have enough time to do all of them, I don't think. But we'll do Backlid. Oh, right. Okay, I remember Eloise now.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Then we'll have to find it, and fast. We cannot let this chance pass us by.
I forgot the orphan storyline. Now I remember.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly
Sorry about this. I need to pause for a minute. Alright, let's resume this. Ugh, that was awkward.
badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who will see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon.
Oh, bless you.
The place was abandoned a long time ago. But when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Help clear the beast from... How can I refuse?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
I think murdering a few critters is going to go way quicker.
Thread, past Leighton's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Oh. Oh, maybe not. I thought that was a way that was blocked off. Well, it might have been blocked off back then. Anyways, let's teleport. Make this a little bit faster.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
The fact that jump is the same button that used to do dialogue, and because I'm impatient and don't wait to make sure it's on the right thing.
Kill!
Oh. I really do like when Torgal knocks an enemy down too and from the air. Well, really, I wish I could just more reliably get them in for air combos. But I'm just bad. That seems like a faster way down, but we'll go the slow way. Abandoned fishing village.
lobby again.
Oh, we can't even go that way right now.
Too slow.
Come on, attack me, guys.
Let's try.
And Mega Flare. Oh yeah, that AoE is way better. Oh, let's definitely embrace you down and just murder some of you.
All yours, Torgal.
Well, let's just get Wings of Light going again. I need Mega Flare to be active.
Too slow.
Well, let's not get hit by enemies for that.
Let's try.
There we go. And Mega Flare. Oh, there we go. Honestly, that was much more fun to me when it didn't have the birds. Oh, wow. We got sharp fangs and bloody hides.
That's all of them. Come on, Torgal. Let's head back to Boklad.
There's gotta be a chest here, right? Like, there's this area right here. Just desert roses. Which are fine. Oh, maybe not. Although, maybe... Oh, there's probably one up here. Oh, maybe not. Ah, there we go. Excellent. And it was one of those worthless treasure chests. Great. Great. Oh well. They can't always be winners. I also should have paid more attention to where the freaking chocobo, man-eater chocobo is. But that'll be a next time thing anyways. Although this was a pretty fast side quest. Not that most of the side quests aren't that substantial anyways. Some of them can take a little bit longer than others. Although this might be part 1, there might be more to it. Go this way, because there's part of the map that this connects to, and I want to see where it connects. Surge's thread. Oh, wait a second. Is this where the chocobo is going to be anyways? I don't feel like fighting you. I'll kill you, I guess.
Get him! Go, Torgal! Torgal, kill! Get him!
Okay, where are you there? Of course, this might also be a boss arena for an S rank hunt later, maybe? Because I think the one for Svarog unlocked me once I fought him. But the one for Atlas was there beforehand. Yeah, this has the feeling that this is going to be for an S rank hunt later. Look at this nice big arena for it. We'll go grab whatever this thing is too. Well, it might not be even be for an S rank hunt, but it's definitely for a hunt that I have not unlocked yet. Alright, well, now that I see what that is, we'll go back to Bocklid. Oh, wait, did you have something I couldn't buy at the time, which I can buy now? No, betrayal, but I bought it. Okay.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Oh no, there is more to this side quest.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
Or this might be for next time.
The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
All right. So either this side quest is going to be very short, or Scallywag. There's more to it. Sorry, what I meant to say is, either there's more to this side quest, or that's for a part 2 of it later on.
When I grow up, I'm going to be strong like Theo and fight off all the bad men.
Well, I'm going to be clever like Elle and order you about.
That's kind of cute. Oh man, I feel like I'm feeling the tiredness even though I've had a little bit of rest time off work. What's up, Eloise?
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, Now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Quest complete. Okay, so that is for next time kind of side quest. All right. Got more right, meteorite, black blood. All right.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life.
Okay.
Each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Well, that was nice.
This could well be the last commission the Crimson Caravans undertakes. Under present management, at least. But don't tell my sister I said that, will you?
Also, I didn't even notice the like I think it says search mids dungeon. Oh, that's pretty funny. Okay. Martha's Rest. Oh, the shop has something in Martha's Rest? Let's go check that real quick, too. So I don't think we're gonna have... I need to go this way. I don't think we're gonna quite have time to wrap this up, so...
What are you after?
You have the rune stuff. Oh, you got Breath of Light Satellite, okay.
Take care out there, eh?
That does have its uses with Bahamut, but I just... Oh, I'm so bad at using Bahamut. Even though Mega Flare is super useful to have going.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
Alright, what's up, Martha?
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But But where would I put them? There just isn't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
Okay.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
So this sounds like it's very similar to the Bachler thing I just dealt with. Go on. It's no burden.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool.
Ooh.
It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
Just kill out all the bandits who
It's a
took it
tragedy,
over.
what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
I mean, not that I mind having to talk to them, but I feel like the plan we need is I just go in there face first and murder all of them with my sick anime moves.
Let's hear your plan.
And in fairness, that might be most of Wade's plan too.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
Heck yeah, we will.
What can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
I'm sure.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Oh, I appreciate when the NPCs make it convenient to do these quests. And I appreciate that Eastpool is very conveniently nearby a fast travel point. Clive doesn't need to do walking. Alright guys, let's do this.
think you can just walk in here, kill him?
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences.
Damn. Alright, now we blow you up. I killed you already. Alright, who else is left? Oh, you?
That's the end of that then. Or maybe
Oh.
not.
Really? Okay, fine.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
2 scoops, eh? That's pretty funny, actually. Two scoops of dying. Ooh, okay, well that didn't go too well. And laser. 2 scoops dead. Had a nice semi-prime and ability finish. That felt really random, but I guess I don't mind.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching?
Yeah, the big
I
laser's
thought you were
impressive.
keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Alright. Well, we actually got through those 2 side quests pretty quick, which is nice. Some time later.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place.
Okay, my bad. I guess they're not going to let me see something, because I assume this is going to update Wade's information page.
Masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Oh yeah, that's
course.
true.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send us Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Like last time.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Oh, I need to turn in Martha.
First things first, we'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want to be caught in a storm without any shelter.
I found it really funny that Wade had the son, Oscar, there, and he was like, okay, I need to get him to work with Clive because I just can't do anything else with him. And the first chance we get to really address him, we're like, you know, this is where his mom is buried. Why don't you take him back? We just don't want any of Oscar, apparently. What's up, Martha?
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
Well, rebuild an old one.
What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Yeah, this is character building for Clive. And it gives me some stats too, which is nice. See also the meteorite.
Eastpool's been in ruins for years, so wonder any of it's still standing. But with a bit of lumber, a lick of paint, and a lot of hard work, they'll make a home of it yet.
Alright. Well, this was actually a pretty successful first stream back, I'd say. Not great at the game still, but I feel like I've regained some of what it takes to play it. Whoops. But let's go and be prepared for next time to back up with Quentin. We'll fight a man-eater chocobo.
Storehouse in the bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
And then we'll go and do stuff for Midigan, which hopefully will be less obnoxious this time. But who knows? But for now, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, everyone.